Get it, get it, get it. I bought that creep bat. Remember that? So I creep. Yeah. I love T-Bar's chili and left off. Anywho, how's everyone doing? Today is a Friday. It is still hot outside, y'all. It is hot. I had on a little sweater over this t-shirt earlier, but I'm like, I had to come up out that sweater. Y'all, today's video is brought to you by the Fearless Butterfly. And excuse me if y'all see me looking down, because today is a tag video. I have never did one of these videos, y'all. So I'm really excited to answer these questions. So the Fearless Butterfly tagged me. She is one of my subscribers. I am one of her subscribers. I follow her on YouTube. She follows me on YouTube. I'm going to put all of her information in this video and tag it probably up here where y'all see this flower at, so you guys can go check her out. She is a gastroparesis sufferer, and she suffers from diabetes. So, you know, that's one of the reasons we came together. You guys, I am in a new surrounding. I'm actually over one of my friend's house, so that's why you see this beautiful background. I decided to do the video here to give you guys a different background. She has such a beautiful background. So anyways, let's get right into the video. The number one question that was asked, and it's about 9 questions, 7 questions she asked, 2 I added on. Number 1, what can or can't I eat? Let me rewind this. This video has to do with gastroparesis. So this is all about basically gastroparesis and, you know, other chronic stomach issues, because you guys know that I have gastroparesis, chronic GERD, and IBS. So yeah. Okay, so anyways, back to the question. What can or can't I eat? Okay, that's quite a bit. I know y'all looking at me like, girl, you a little bit overweight, so what you ain't eating? But what I can't eat is I can't tolerate a lot of like tomato, like I can't really tolerate tomato-based foods like pastas, spaghetti. It tears my stomach up. A lot of citrus fruits, like I don't eat oranges at all. I really can't tolerate like grapefruit, you know, things of that nature. I can tolerate like watermelon and like nectarines, but I can't really tolerate like citrus fruits. I can't tolerate apples at all. They have way too much fiber in it that sends my stomach overload. I cannot tolerate spicy foods. I try to, and I get in trouble every single time and be up all night. So I can't tolerate spicy foods. I can't tolerate a lot of greasy foods. I don't eat greasy foods at all, fried foods at all. I try to stay away from them. I cannot tolerate pop. Well, in the Midwest, we say pop. I guess everybody else call it soda. So I can't tolerate that. I cannot tolerate dairy, nothing dairy, no milk, ice cream, none of that. I can't tolerate things that are extremely cold, like ice cold water, or things that are extremely hot, like very hot coffee. So a lot of times, I know you guys see me in my vlogs, I'm drinking iced coffee, or I have to let my coffee sit for a little bit. Yeah, I don't want this to be too long, because I can go on and on and on of things I can't tolerate. I can tolerate smoothies. Now, I can tolerate citrus fruit as long as it's in a smoothie base. I can tolerate pretty much, any type of breakfast food as long as it's not fried. I can tolerate tea. I can tolerate coffee. I know that's kind of weird because most people with gastroparesis can't, but I can tolerate coffee, tea. I can tolerate a lot of things. I can actually Okay, so the number 2 question is what smells bother me? I think I talked about this in a haul video, maybe not. Um, I cannot do loud smells, like loud perfume smells, like that strong musk, strong floral, those type of smells. I cannot do them. I have to do like very mild, like fruit smells or candy smells. I can't even tolerate, like when you're frying chicken or something, I cannot tolerate that smell. It grosses me out. Or frying fish or any type of food smell that's lingering around, I can't tolerate it. It makes me so nauseous. It makes me sick to my stomach. I cannot tolerate strong cologne smells. Like, oh, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those Armani makes one that is so strong for men. Can't tolerate those smells. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Or have you ever been to the Goodwill or like a thrift store? That smell that's in those stores, I cannot tolerate it. It makes me a little bit on the nauseous side. So it's not that I don't like going thrifting or I don't want to go thrifting. I can't tolerate that smell, like the smell of like a million different people's houses wrapped in one. I can't tolerate it. So those are smells I can't tolerate. What causes a flare-up? For me, what causes a flare-up is eating and then sleeping. Like if I eat and then turn around and lay down or go to sleep like right after, it's going to be hell to pay. What causes flare-up is eating stuff that I can't tolerate. What causes flare-up, believe it or not, is when I'm stressed or depressed. Like it really takes a toll on my stomach. What causes flare-ups, if I take any type of pain medication, Tylenol, Advil, anything, it causes a really bad flare-up. In some of my not gastroparesis, chronic GERD medication causes a flare-up. Like I was taking Nexium, it was like doing the opposite for me. It's making me so sick to my stomach. So things like that causes a flare-up. What medications I take? Right now, I'm doing really, really good with my stomach. I won't say really, really good because I had an episode last night and the night before then, but I have been weaned off a lot of my medication and they are as needed, PRN. So only take them as needed. But right now, the only medication that I pretty much take every day is like a acid reducer, which I am on Platonic. I was taking an anti-nauseation medicine every day, like Zofran. Not Zofran. Yeah, it is Zofran. I don't have my medication, all my medication with me. I know I do have my nausea medication in there. It was something that I was taking every day. Now it's only as needed. I take vitamins every day because, and stuff for my iron and potassium because that's always extremely low. But those are just over the counter. Like my doctor no longer writes a prescription for that. She doesn't feel the need. But I've been weaned off a lot of stuff. I used to take probably 20, 30 pills a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. But I am down to only 1 prescription. Ooh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, y'all. I almost shouted. 1 prescription medication that I need to take every day, which is for acid reflux. What do I avoid completely? Stress, people and things that stress me out, because stress usually causes me to be depressed and then I'm back in the hospital. I avoid taking synthetic medication altogether if I can. Now, I have not found something to replace my Platonics. I've tried everything. I've tried everything under the sun, and I cannot find anything to reduce the acid in my stomach and keep my chest from just being on fire. Even though it's a lot of times on fire anyway, and I got to bring out the Tums. But I try to stay away from synthetic medication. I have been, when I get a bad headache, one of my friends / supervisor had put me on this Willow Bark. she has problems with her stomach too, and she takes willow bark, which you can usually find at an organic or a natural store like Whole Foods. So I try to avoid that altogether. And y'all, stress is probably the #1 cause of death, heart attacks, and all kind of stuff, illnesses. Yeah, I try to avoid stressful situations. I try to remove myself from those situations as quick as I can, because my life is worth more to me than your issues, basically. And I avoid, yeah, that's the #1 thing. Like, my stomach can kind of get over food. I try to avoid a lot of meat and a lot of food that I have to sit there and just chew. I like to do more soft foods, like, mashed potatoes, things of that nature. I try to avoid a lot of fiber too. Fiber is one of the hardest things for your stomach to break down. That's why it keeps you full much longer. So I try to avoid like a lot of vegetables and oatmeal and things of that nature. Am I diabetic? No, I am not a diabetic, by the grace of God. No, diabetes does not run on my family, in my family on neither side, nor my mom or my father's side. Thank God. Neither does high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So, no, I'm not a diabetic. How is my condition? Right now, I would say my condition is about 70%. I have my days. I really need to lose weight because I've been taking advantage of being able to eat whatever. But it's time to lose some weight. I'm not used to getting this big, so yeah. Look at these arms. Yeah. But it's about 70%. I don't have as much as problems with my gastroparesis as I do with my chronic GERD. My chronic GERD is like literally tearing me apart. You can hear that my voice is going away. My chest is always hurting. So the chronic GERD part is the part that is really driving me crazy. So I go see a doctor. My gastroenterologist has no appointments until 2020. So unless it's emergency, I'm just going to have to wait and see. She was telling me, her nurse was telling me there's a lot of new development with chronic GERD. So hopefully she got something new for me. Okay, so I had asked her 2 questions on top of this. And I would like to answer those myself. The 8th question was, how is your family and friends towards you and job towards you with when you have flare-ups or when you first got diagnosed? Because when everybody first got diagnosed, that probably was the hardest time of your life, accepting the fact that you have this illness, and on top of that, you probably had the worst flare-up at that time, like I did. So for the 2 last questions on this tag, it's taken me forever to do this tag. I haven't been feeling my best this week, but y'all, hair looking kind of rough. The 2 last questions for this tag is, how was my employment in my family with my illness? Well, you guys know that I don't live anywhere near any of my family, but my friends have been very supportive. And before, I should say up until a few months ago, I wasn't working full time, so that really wasn't a concern. I hadn't worked full time since 2017. But my employment, I work for myself for the most part, and I can kind of do what I want to do and go to work when I want to work. So that works very well with any illness I may have. And as far as the future, I am looking forward to the future. And I'm looking forward to one day that there will be a cure. And that is it of this tag. You guys, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.